Hello everyone, this is Lying Figure, and we're back here. Today we're going to finish Silent Hill Homecoming. Now I've been basically increasing the time in between the parts that I recorded these. I've been working on a few things for this channel, and also I just need more time on this horrible, horrible game. Thankfully we will be finishing it today, so I won't have to sweat it for too long. So anyway, we are in what is called the Underground, in the save point, but I believe that later on it's referred to as the lair. So this part of the game is extremely linear, so there's no worries about what's going on. We do have a map that we picked up, I remember that. And I know that this actually might be, I know I say it's very linear, but now that I think of it, it might be one of the most free areas in the game. And the reason I say that is because there is some missable stuff. I don't remember if you get your items back, or if you can miss getting your items back, or if you just recover some basic items along your way, and you can miss a shotgun, if I remember correctly. Shit. Uh-oh. I can't fight him without my, without a weapon. Oh, we have the dagger. No worries. And we also picked up a pipe that was embedded in the person's body. Sadly, he hasn't said I'll cut you yet. And it's just clicking and clicking. Really scary stuff. He has the exact same death animation as us, too. So here you'll find a police officer. Oh, hey, buddy. Gonna fight this fella real quick. Not a very scary guy, is he? I think you can hear some faint screams in the distance. I'm gonna have to turn down the volume on the game itself when you listen, so you might not be able to hear it. But I assure you, it is not very spooky. So there was a pipe embedded in his body. Obviously, he's been tortured / killed. And the reason this is here, it actually does make sense. I'm glad they put it here, which is that the reason the police station is so empty is that the police have been killed. The reason people are missing and nobody's doing anything about it is because the police are being killed. It makes sense, except for, of course, Wheeler being alive and well for seemingly no particular reason. There's our pistol and our Sector 3 key. Through the fog, a skeptic in Silent Hill. Silent Hill, a town known for its mysterious happenings and now defunct cult, the Order, which was recently exposed by Detective Douglas Cartland. So this here I just want to point out, Douglas Cartland is, of course, the well-known detective from Silent Hill 3, who helps Heather in that game. And Douglas is, this is what confirms that the Order was, of course it says now defunct, because the cult is dead, because he exposed the cult to the outside world. So there was no confirmation of this before. There was no confirmation in Silent Hill Origins or Silent Hill 4. That's not mentioned anywhere. So this game brings up, Homecoming brings off the fact that the cult is defunct, just to contradict itself and that it's still existing. Like, I mean, I guess you could say that the cult is relatively unknown now and that it's not completely dead. But the fact that they go out of their way to mention specifically Douglas is exposing it while we're in their lair is kind of silly. But where darkness really lies behind the simple veneer of the sleepy town. Paul Schiebel's latest book chronicles his research during a 2-year stay in the town, including detailed interviews with longtime residents, cult documents you won't find anywhere else, and an appendix of popular local legends. As expected, life in Silent Hill is far more mundane than you may have heard, and the great evil the Order sought to find originated from the same abyss whence all religions spring, nowhere darker than the fanatical minds of its followers. So, again, I'm just not really sure why they even bothered to put that in there. It's a cool detail to mention Douglas and say that okay, what is this hallway for? For what purpose? Anyways, it is a cool detail to mention it, but it shouldn't be done while we're in the lair of the Order. And, yeah. It does make some sense to say that it's, like, what I'm trying to get across is that it makes sense that maybe Paul Sheeble is lying and maybe he's spreading misinformation about the cult and the remnants of the cult that we're experiencing now. That does make sense. The issue is when you mention, instead of just saying, like, trying to spread that information, you have to add the detail that Douglas exposed it. And the problem with that is that they're picking to have a cool reference to Silent Hill 3, a better game. They're picking to have a cool reference as opposed to having a good narrative. Because if you say that he did expose it to the outside world, then it doesn't make sense that there's many remnants left, because they would have all been rounded up and everything. To just lie about it and say that it didn't exist in the first place would make more sense. But to specifically go out of your way to say that it was disbanded, I don't know. Maybe I'm being stupid, but I just think it's really, really silly. They could have been just done much, much better. And I forgot I even have a flashlight. Oh, hey guys. You're mine, fucker. And every time we've heard that, it's not a delay on the audio. The subtitles are just like 3 or 4 seconds delayed for seemingly no reason. Why would he shout Shepherd at me right there? It makes no sense. So you can see there's a very intimidating enemies, very hard to fight. I just have to click over and over and over. What a good game this is. I feel a little bad. I think I was too harsh on that Douglas Cartland detail. It does make sense that he's spreading misinformation, but still, it's just frustrating. It could have been performed so much better. It could have been executed so much better. Oh, okay. I need someone else to help me with this. Because it is a cool idea for the cult to like enlist journalists to say that the cult is dead and that nobody needs to worry about it and Silent Hill is not bad. I opened it with the key. But to include the detail of Douglas saying it just kind of defeats the point. Also, they do say the order again, which is half the reason I'm frustrated by it. Still continuing the mistranslation. Gosh, the combat in this game is thrilling. I need a key for this. I hate this stupid animation I have to do. Yeah, you know what? I've been playing the original Max Payne lately, and Max Payne has amazing enemy dialogue. It's really funny. If you sneak up on people, you can listen to them talk, and it's very entertaining. Entertaining, funny, quirky enemy dialogue is not something you should be hearing in Silent Hill, the game. In a Silent Hill game at all. It's pretty funny now that I think of it. It's like the antithesis of scary. Where am I supposed to go? I came from here. These doors are locked. This door is locked. Find L. Okay. So... Oh, I missed a door right here. Oh no, because that's the gate that I needed L to get through. So... Do I just have to go back here? Maybe I had to wait for the enemy dialogue to finish and they would run through a door? Is that it? I certainly hope that's not it. That's stupid. Oh, I can't pry this open with this weapon. I didn't even read that earlier. That is entirely on me and not the game. My bad. Please forgive my stupidity. He just said it. I'm gonna cut you up, son. I can't believe it. I thought I might be remembering incorrectly. Oh man, that's funny. I'm gonna cut you up, son. Oh god. I need to finish this game tonight or it's gonna kill me. It sounds like... For some reason his dead bodies playing sound effects really loud in my right headphone. It sounds like he's coming in his mining suit. This game is really scary. I can hear somebody shouting over here. Oh, Elle's getting fucked up. Yeah, just play the exact same scream twice in a row. Let me play that again. Man, that's bad. No. She had the exact same no. Oh, game froze. Oh, it's just for a thrilling cutscene here. Wait, so he's still just teasing her with it. I don't understand. Why does he do this? When I think of Silent Hill, I think of scenes that remind me of movies like the Saw sequels. I'm barely even coherent anymore. I'm having a really hard time. What the fuck? Did you see that? Did you see that? He was just staring at me. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really scary. That's funny, actually. James does the same thing with a chainsaw in Silent Hill 2, but it's meant to be an Easter egg and a funny one. You're not supposed to know about it. That's really funny. But here they did it in all seriousness, as if it would actually be scary. In a Silent Hill game. And this animation, I'll give him credit. It only happens, he slits his throat, it only happens if he has the knife equipped. Okay. Oh, the game's frozen. Okay. Can we go in and see if there's anything in here? Medkit, health kit. How many of these do we have? Because the last boss fight is remarkably hard. Also, I gotta say, I think they might have confiscated a serum from me when I came here. I might be wrong, but I could have sworn I had one in my inventory. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. If they did, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Oh, there's a book here. Doctrine describing their faith. Every child born of the flesh bears the filth of the flesh that created it. The lives of the impure are steeped in filth, and their deeds and words spread filth through the world. Even death is not enough to cleanse generations of this filth from the flesh. This is hard to speak. Filth from the flesh. There we go. The only way to ensure these poor souls can live pure lives is to cleanse the flesh from their bodies. Oh, is that it? No, I might be wrong, but isn't it impure? I didn't think unpure was a word. I thought it was impure. As in, this water has many impurities. Whatever, maybe I'm wrong. Isn't this exciting gameplay and animation? Not only... We can't even let her grab it first. We just have to drop it so she can go through the long animation too. I wonder... Now, this is, to me, the most intriguing question about Silent Hill. It's not whether the fog world is part of the real world, or if it's a dream dimension, or if the other world's part of the real world. There's differing ideas on that based on Ito's opinions and whatever. It's not those. It's not whether James was probably an alcoholic. It's not why James did what he did. It's not about Heather or it's not about Valtiel or even Pyramid Head and what exactly he comes from and what his origins are. To me, the most intriguing question in all of Silent Hill is whether this is bad game design when I have to do this long animation and then drop the gate and then she has to do it, or if it's intentionally malicious game design in order to pad out the game's length to make it look like it has more value than it is. Nice shot, buddy. Now these rifle guys will kill you real quick, so I'm gonna have to kill him fast. That's not really fair. I'm hitting dodge over and over. There we go. Lost half my health to this. I can't. If he kills me, I'm gonna be so mad. That's a really flaccid gunshot. I'm really furious right now. I don't like to express my anger too much, but I am, why did he ejaculate in his mining gear? When he died? He just released his bowels. This game sucks. I'm really getting frustrated with this hunk of shit by now. Oh man. I don't know how other people do this. He was trying to say it again, I'm gonna cut you up. Look at those delayed subtitles. Oh. He got me good there. I gotta give him credit. Come on. Why does this combat have to take forever? My goodness. It's not even close to good combat in any way. It's completely useless. I have to watch this long animation so that I can drop the gate instead of just having her grab the thing on the other side. See, he's holding it here, so he's obviously capable of it, but he won't hold it up for... I'm really gonna have a fit here. Let me check. This is room 301 key, so let's see if we missed room 301. No, it's right. Oh, fuck. We missed room 301. I'm sorry that I'm wasting the time, but I need to go back and see if there's any weapons, because the final boss fight is notoriously frustrating, difficult. So I just gotta make sure there's no shotgun in here or anything. There's some pistol ammo. That's propaganda on why people should join their religion. The time has come. These dark days are merely a test to find the worthy. None of you will survive the coming fires. You know this in your hearts. All the horrors you may have witnessed are nothing compared to the hell that awaits you. We know your fears. We know you are not mad. Flee to us for shelter from the coming storm. Flee to us to absolve your sins. Flee to us because you have nowhere else to run. Please join us at our weekly service Fridays, 6 p.m. at the Church of the Holy Way. Coffee and donuts served. That's really scary and intimidating. That's a note. I'm happy to report today I successfully converted 7 subjects to serve the will of our divine Lord. If God is willing, please take this as a sign of my commitment and spare my wife, for she does not know better. Yours, Steve. And over here, all of my oh, wow, that's awesome. All of our weapons back, dude. That's really great, actually. I didn't know we could even get those back. And a serum, wow. Now let's see, maybe I got my serum back when I... No, because I think I kept my health drinks, so... Yeah. Either way, that's awesome. Credit to this game for not making it absolutely impossible. I'm gonna check if there's anything in here. This is the door that was locked on the other side as well, but we can't open it from the other side. Or we can't open it from this side because that would be just a little too much work. Charred body. He's dead. It's hard to tell what happened to him, but I don't want to stick around to find out. Yeah, I don't want to stick... It's a memo. The experiment has failed. It was a shining hope for all of us, but the weakness of a few has darkened that light for us all. However, we will survive. We must. Our purpose is too great to be halted, and no cost is too great in the service of our Lord. Shepherd's Glen is lost, and its people are doomed to hell and don't even know it. It falls to us and our enduring order to save them. We alone cannot offer them salvation, and their salvation lies here in Silent Hill, where we belonged all along. Go save them all. They are frightened and know not what awaits them if they choose. Oh my God, citizens of Shepherd's Glen are being abducted and brought here to Silent. You just figure that out? You slow in the mind? Oh my goodness. This game is gonna be the end of me. I really hope Elle is stuck on the other side still. Oh, thank God she is. Did you see that? Oh my God. The game didn't expect me to leave or anything, so she didn't even bother to hold it up. I just phased right through the thing and then it raised immediately. Hey, a rifle. I wish I had that rifle in real life so I could take my own life, because of what this game does to me. I do have a loaded shotgun and a few feet away from me. I always keep one in case people break in. Wow, here is a script here. This is really long. I will sum it up by saying it's just stupid rules that you can expect. I'll go pretty slow through it here. I'm not going to read them all because this will take forever and my throat hurts. But I'll show them here so you can pause and read if you'd like. And this is the last one. Okay. Oh, hey, it's Wheeler. And the game froze. Oh, hey, it's... Come on, you stupid. Why do you have to have a 15-second lag every time there's a cutscene? Whoa. Of course he wakes up right now for no reason. So right here is something really stupid that happens. This is pretty funny, actually. We'll give him the medkit, just to make sure we get an okay ending. Now, the issue here is that when you give him the medkit, all the knives get removed, which, unless we have stitches and are stitching them up right now, is not a good idea medically, because the knives help to cut off arteries, help to cut off veins, they help, close off the wound, keep it sealed. If you take out the knives, then he will bleed out and bleed to death. Anyways, he can't speak or anything, but we can take the knives out, and it'll help us get a good ending. About all we can.
You need to get him out of here.
What about you?
I can't. Not without Joshua.
Be careful. I can't lose you too.
And hey, body bags. A door. Won't budge. Won't budge. I can't wait to fight more men in mining suits. And now this is kind of a cool callback. Which is in the beginning of the game in the hospital, one of the doors near the end, you can hear a ding ding noise. I don't remember, it's sort of like a buoy noise. It is the like a water noise. I can't remember. It's not a lighthouse, I don't think, but anyways, you can hear that and water lapping, and it's just like as if it's behind the door, which is a cool effect. It makes you feel that there's like an ocean behind the door. And it's in the hospital at the beginning of the game too, so we're at the end. Nice callback, nice bookends. Let's read this memo. The darkness that engulfs us spreads from Shepherd's Glen. We are all threatened by the unholy betrayals of the town and its people. To protect everything we hold dear, the evil of Shepherd's Glen must be destroyed. So something went wrong with the cult and Shepherd's Glen, which we'll learn about pretty soon. Oh, I don't want to go in here yet, because there's a save symbol here. Yeah, so this is, I believe, the final puzzle room, and then we have the final boss fight. If the game would load here. Kind of a cool song in the background, though, I'll give that credit. Akira Yamaoka always does a good job. Save successful. But the game wasn't. I wonder if this was a financial success. I'm pretty sure it was, since Downpour came after it, but still. It wasn't a success in any way except financial. It's a prescription pad, from Dr. Fitch. He must have stood here during the last ritual. Oh, I can't pick it up or anything. So here we have some tablets. Strange symbolic language. Let's try to open this door. Oh, this is the door we came in. My bad. Yep, strange symbolic language. And so, we're going to try our best to figure out how to do this. Huge heavy door, I can feel the heat from the other side. There's a lock on it, but we can't interact with the lock yet, because we first need to unlock this. In fact, I think we need to unlock all of these. And doing this will translate these into English for us to read them. Kind of pointless, but oh well. I wish we didn't have to watch this. It'd be cooler if you could just, walk around and see it happening naturally. But I guess since they put in the work to do it, they have to force you to watch the whole thing. It's just to waste more of your time, I guess. Anyways, there's 4 of these, just like there are 4 families in Shepherd's Glen. And these are going to help us figure out this puzzle and also the locked door puzzle. And here is where we will figure out this puzzle and then learn the secret of Silent Hill and why Shepherd's Glen is such a problem for the cult. So here we see, we, the family Bartlett, in order to ensure our continued protection and prosperity, I'm having a hard time reading today because I'm so upset, do enter into this holy contract with our God, accept our duties as executor of law, and willingly consign our children to the earth in God's name. So they are the executors of law, as we can tell from the sort of pyramid head symbol there. Here's the family shepherd. Accept our duties as master of arms, and willingly consign our child to the water in God's name. And here to the earth in God's name. And Bartlett again is the family from the beginning where the kid was, the monster was Sepulchre, buried alive. And here we have the same message but with the Holloway family. And we willingly consign our child to the noose in God's name. So the noose, suffocation, Nora Holloway, asphyxia. And this should be the Fitch family. Yep. And our duties as performer of rites, and willingly consign our child to the knife. Now, of all of these things, the last thing I would want my child to have is to be the knife, where you have to cut your daughter apart. It seems disproportionately rough. Anyways, here is a puzzle, and I think we have to line things up here. Because let's see, can we turn the inner ring? Yes, we can. So these symbols you can see, I think we need to line up this thing so that each of these symbols matches up with these that symbolize how the child died. So this is of course the executor family, the Bartletts, the Fitches, the Shepherds are the little trident, and this is the other one, the Holloways. Let me check that just to be sure. Family Bartlett is the executioner, yeah. And the Holloways is the scale, like the scale of justice, since Holloway is a judge. So let's turn this, because I think we got this. I'm pretty sure, because this is like water. I really have no clue what these mean, but I do remember that these are the symbols you need, because I struggled forever with this one. It's really difficult to get. So I do remember you need one of the bodies, and then you need, I don't know. There's also only 3, which to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I'm also unclear on what the symbols mean. But if we spin this long enough, I'm sure we'll get it. Unless we have to stab the thing and unlock it. Oh, no. The rings have locked into place. Thank God we didn't have to take any longer on that. And now I believe we have one more puzzle. Yep. For some reason the order, the cult I mean, built a spotlight just for this puzzle. So again, just more spinning and rotating puzzles. Now I think the 3 there that lined up were only the Fitches, the Bartletts, and the Holloways, which is hinting towards the story, which is that the shepherds seem to be the odd one out. And why is that? Well, soon we'll find out. So let's put up because we're the odd one out, let's put up the shepherd symbol, which is the trident. And then I really have no clue what half these ones mean, but I think this is water, and it was the water. Oh, that was really immediate. It worked. And the game froze. Now wait a second. I need to save the game so that if I die in the final boss fight, we don't have to do this all again. Whew, that would kill me. That would kill my soul. I think this final room we're just gonna get a plot dump. Hopefully, anyways. We can be done with this horrid game. But again, keep in mind is an interesting bit of foreshadowing the water lapping at the door we just heard. And now we're going to go in here and read up a bit. There's 4 of these, so we can guess there's 1 for each family. This is the Bartletts. Wow, they did not plan for you to have your flashlight on here, because you cannot read that. That is bad. Let me turn this off. So these are some names. This is the Bartletts. This must be where Mayor Bartlett laid Joey's dead body after he buried him. And here, this is kind of cool. You can see the hell cracking through. So we're sort of in the real world layer, but like the other world hell is cracking through because we're so close to it right now. And the Fitch family, after he dismembered her, again, probably the worst way to go. Holloway family, and you see all the 4 names. 4 names here, 4 names here. And so they were consigning each child to a certain method of death. And here, it's the Shepherd sacrificial altar. 4 names written on the plaque. Daniel Shepherd, Thomas Shepherd, Rebecca Shepherd, Alex Shepherd. That is our name, implying we were meant to be the one to die. But we're alive.
What's the matter?
Get dressed.
What are you doing here, Alex? That freak if he finds out.
Give that to me. Someone will see us.
No!
It's okay. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
Why are we here, Alex? What's going on?
What's the matter? You scared?
Oh no, I'm cool. It's just... Dad never lets us out on the lake.
Not you, anyway. Dad thinks you're a little baby who can't do anything on his own.
Oh yeah? Then why'd he give me this?
What is that?
That's Dad's ring. But he told me not to show you, so I guess that makes me cooler.
Let me see it.
No!
What a piece of crap.
It's not. It's worth more than $1 million. That's why Dad gave it to me. Give that back! Give that back! Come on!
Josh! Josh!
Do you know what you've done?
It was an accident.
This is not the way it's supposed to be. I chose you. Now you've ruined it for all of us.
No, he's okay. Right? He's like... No. I can save him. I can save him. He's okay.
Okay, I forgot to turn on my mic, sorry. So this is the final boss fight. I'm gonna pause the game and talk about that cutscene because there's some things I want to say about it. First of all, I just want to say that there's a slight plot hole in that you don't have to choose like your first son or your first kid to sacrifice because like he says that he chose him, and maybe it doesn't have to be the first one, but if it does, then it makes no sense that he's choosing him. Anyways, the fact that you have to choose one and that it's dead set doesn't make much sense, because you'd think that it functions based off the power of the supernatural, so you'd think that like Josh drowning in the water, just as the family is consigned to do, sacrifice the child to the water, would fix the problem. Even though they said it would be Alex, it would sort of fill the gap, but I guess not. The other issue is that all the other people who were killed, Nora Holloway, Joey Bartlett, I can't remember the other one's name, Scarlet Fitch, they were all little kids. Alex is like 25 or 30 years old, So I don't know when they're going to get around to it, but it seems a little unfair to the other families that they're letting Alex live till he's like 30. Also the fact that Alex is way, way too old to be acting so immature about a ring. He's clearly like, he's at least 25 years old. Why is he acting like this with his little brother? And maybe you can say he's like 18 or 19. Still, that's too old to be acting like that. It also suffers from the same problem as the cutscene before on the boat, where Elle falls and breaks her back, or Alex falls and breaks his back, and then wakes up later after floating in the water for a while. Also, the fact that that happened to Josh. And why would Josh show him, even though his dad just earlier had told him specifically that he cannot show anybody, and that it's very important? And why were they fighting? Why were they're gonna break? Whatever. And why did he wear it around his neck at all? If it's so sacred, why does he need to wear it all the time? There was another detail too, which is it was very low resolution, so you couldn't tell. But when Alex was saying it's alright, I can save him, it zoomed in on the watch so you could see it was 2:06, so everything stuck at that moment. And then he went to the mental hospital. So, kind of a stupid twist. Josh has been dead the whole time. Who could have predicted it? But anyways, now we have to fight the final boss, who I will talk about the design of right now and show you some pictures. Her name is Amnion. She's a cool design. She's got the Dr. Octopus legs. She's obviously a pregnant lady. Again, the theme of fertility in women and all that. She has the breasts, she has the pregnant belly, and there are a few interesting details about her, which is that she is pregnant with Josh, which is not a huge spoiler, we'll find that out at the end, which could indicate that she is meant to represent Lillian Shepard, Alex's mother, in some ways. And no one's really mentioned this before, but it's something I've noticed, is that it would make sense because we had that mask/face puzzle earlier in the house that represented Alex's mom. Her multiple extending faces could represent the multiple facets of her personality and her treatment/private feelings about Alex Shepard. At least that's how I interpret it. There's also the fact that she's called Amnion, which is of course a reference to her pregnancy and the fact that the amniotic fluid or amniotic sac is sort of what drains when a woman's pregnant. She says her water broke. That's the stuff that cushions and surrounds the baby inside the womb. Of course, water is representative of how Josh died. That's why we keep hearing water lapping, and why there was the tub that Alex was terrified of earlier in the game because of his repressed memories of what happened to Josh. He hates water. He hates lurkers. And also, she has very rusted legs, her metal, and of course metal will rust after exposure to water, so it makes some sense. And the song just cut out there, I guess, and now another one will start. What else was there to say about her? She has a tube, sort of like an umbilical cord, in her mouth and going into her stomach, I believe. Again, sort of a tube of water, or at least that's what I assume it is, amniotic fluid maybe. I have no clue what it's meant to represent. No, and no one else does either. Anyways, let's try to fight her. She's by far the hardest boss in the game, without a single doubt. And we're going to try to shoot her, since we have so much ammo. And she already hit me. And this is the reason it's hard to shoot her, is because she has this attack to prevent you from shooting her. Look at this completely recoilless rifle here. Now, I never found the rifle before, so I'm actually doing stunningly well. I beat her already. Alright, great boss fight. Holy shit. Or is it over? Let's see. Oh, never mind. There's another phase. Her lie back and give birth phase. Missed every shot. I forgot I can't change weapons like that. Let's get out a shotgun, reload. And looks like all the body is chipping away on her, unless she's just covered in damage. It's hard to tell. Oh, she hit me. And she's stuck on the ground. It's sort of like a God of War or a character action boss fight move, you know, ground pounds and getting stuck on the ground, more than it is a Silent Hill thing, but, you know, whatever. This is going a lot better than I thought. And let's switch our weapon real quick. Please switch. I want to say that we picked up the Mark 23 pistol, but we have the chrome hammer for some reason. Oh, because we got our equipment back. That's my bad. Don't blame the game. That's my fault. And here we can finish it. See, she's just covered in damage, which is why she's red. It's not actually that she was chipped away. Wow, nice.
Sorry, Josh. Never meant for this to happen. Here, buddy. Take this. I forgot. You're okay.
Yeah, I think so. Oh. What did you see in there?
What I needed to.
I have unlocked the Big Rig Alex costume. You know, the last thing I want to see in a Silent Hill game, and I don't mean sarcastically like the last thing I want to see, I mean like the actual last thing in the game that I want to see when I beat it, is a results screen. And I can't remember if this has one. So let's hope it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just has credits. All these people should be ashamed of themselves. I'm going to skip these. So now we're just back to the horrible main menu here. So let me talk about the ending, and also the other endings, really quickly here. Now, the endings in this game are just not very good. The one we got is pretty bland. We were nice the whole game. We saved Wheeler, we forgave our dad, we tried to help our mom by shooting her. So, of course... Oh, this playground reminds me, that picture earlier we found of a little spider that Josh took is foreshadowing of Amnion's spider shape. So, the boss fights are just, or the endings are just not very good. That one's pretty bland. Everything turned out fine, even though, everybody died, and I guess we ended the cult, and that's about it. And that was it. And then we just go away and live happily ever after with Elle. Sorry, I was interrupted there. So there are a few endings to the game, again, like I was saying. None of them are very good, or even tied to the story at all, or very tied to Silent Hill. We just got the best ending possible. There's another ending where you kill your mom, which is considered good, but you don't forgive your dad. And in that ending, you are in the bathtub, and your dad walks up and he drowns you to death. And that is the ending, and that's it. Another ending is, this one is the one I always remember, which is the Boogeyman ending, in which two pyramid heads put on two halves of the helmet right onto your head, and Alex becomes a pyramid head / Boogeyman, which has nothing to do with the game or story. It's just the worst ending you can get because you don't save, Wheeler, you leave him to die, and also you don't forgive your dad, and you don't kill your mom. And the other ending, there's one more, I think, which is not very exciting, obviously, because I can't remember it. I believe it's that Alex wakes up in a mental hospital, and he's getting electroshock therapy, and you find out the whole game literally was just a dream, and that's it. And I don't remember what options you have to make to get that ending. I think you forgive your father, but you don't kill your mom, and you get that. Even though that decision, like those decisions together don't really mean anything, as to that ending or foreshadow that you might get that ending. And you just get it anyways because that's all they could come up with as a ripoff of the dream ending from Silent Hill 1's worst ending. Anyways, that is Silent Hill Homecoming. I hesitate to call it Silent Hill because of what an abortion it is compared to the other games. I hope you had fun. I did at points. It was fun to laugh at. But as I get further and further, the less fun it becomes and the more frustrating it grows to be. You might think it would grow on me, or you might think it'll grow on you. It just won't. It just won't. It's not a good game. Thank you for watching.